it's Finnovation. Halloween is coming up soon, and as you guys know, I'm doing a pirate theme. And the obvious question is...
what can you do to kind of take your pirate theme a little over the top this year?
Well, we're going to make a skeleton shark with a pirate skeleton catching it. I think it's going to be pretty awesome. Let's get right into it. Alright, so now the basic idea is that we're going to have a boat with two people in it, one pulling up a shark and another who's rowing the boat. So our shark is what's really going to be the focus of this. And we've got this shark head here, and we want it kind of coming outside of the land, like this is the water, and he's going to be fishing it up. Alright, so as you can see, we've got our shark, and we're going to make kind of like a little bit of a spinal cord from like just down to his chest, and we're going to use this piece of wood here. Now, basically what we're going to do is we're probably going to cut here and here, and that's going to be like his spinal cord. We're probably going to use a draw knife and cut that out a little bit. And once we've got that all cut out, then what we're going to do is we're going to use this PVC pipe and add some like little rib cages. And we just picked this stick because it reminded me of a shark tail, as you can see on that end. And I just thought, you know, looks kind of good, but who knows. The goal for now is just going to be to get this section done and some rib cages. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. Alright, so now what we're going to do is, like I said, use a draw knife. And what this is it's basically just like a blade with two handles on the side, and you pull towards yourself. And now I know pulling a blade towards yourself seems like a bad idea, but since it's got both handles, it actually holds up pretty well. So as you can see, it's pretty satisfying to do. You just pull up and it takes off a bunch of wood. So that's what basically we'll want to do here. So a draw knife is the perfect tool for the job. Alright, so now that our wood is kind of shaped out, our head would go on right here, but before we do that, we're kind of going to make this into like a little bit of a spinal cord. So we're going to add some notches like we've already done here. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this chainsaw here and I'm just going to cut through and give it a little bit of shape. Alright, so as you can see, we now have our shark spinal cord, and we could always attach our head right there once we're done. Now what we're going to do is add some rib cages, and now how we're going to do that is we're going to take a PVC pipe, cut it in half like this, so it looks like this, right? Just like that. Then we're going to bend it and stick it in right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut another one of these because we're going to need a few. And again, it's just a PVC pipe that I'm using an angle grinder to cut. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a drill, and I'm just going to drill in some holes that are the same size as our PVC pipe, so I can just kind of stick it in. And now remember, you want to drill in at the same angle that you want your ribs to come out, so I'm just going to kind of drill in at this angle, so... Alright, now the next thing I'm going to be doing is bending them. So once I got those holes drilled, all I'm doing is I'm using a heat gun right here, and I'm just slowly working my way up and getting these bent. It doesn't take long at all. This video is a little bit sped up, but as you can see, just bend it and wrap it around. I'm just using a log for support. Alright, so what I'm doing is after I've got this bent, I'm just going to heat up the end so it's nice and soft for when I push it into the holes. And we tried doing this without, you know, the heat on the end, and it didn't really want to go in. But since it's softer with the heat, we just figured we'll heat it up a little and then push it right into the hole. Oh, and that's so much easier. Now, as you can see, that's looking like a set of ribs, and now we're just going to do it for this one, and this one. Alright, so as you can see, we've got all of our ribs on, and our tail, and it's looking really good. So I'm thinking that sticking out of the ground is going to look really awesome. Now what we've got to do is spray paint all this wood and just everything all white, so I'm going to do that right now. Alright, now we're going to put the shark in the ground. So as you can see, we've just basically pushed this right into the ground. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the head and screw it right in like that. So I'm going to do that now. Whoa! Well, we've got the shark in the ground and it's looking really good. So as you can see, we just kind of propped his mouth open with a screw down here, and we screwed it into the wood up here. And now I think that we did have to adjust the ribs a little bit, and it makes it look a lot better. We also had to, you know, try the head a couple times to make sure that it was on the right way and it really looks good. Now the only thing left to do is add a little fin here and maybe get his tail in. Now the next thing we're going to do is pose the skeletons. But before I do that, I do want to give a big thank you to my neighbor who lent me this canoe for the Halloween season. I really appreciate it. Alright, as you can see, our boat is starting to look good. We've we've got a guy in the front and a guy in the back, which are just skeletons that we threw some clothes on. And now this guy in the front, I kind of want to take some extra time to talk about. Basically what we've done to keep him up like this is we have some strings going to either side in the front. We've got his foot zip tied to the front like there, and we've got a dowel rod running from like his back to his foot to keep it straight and so he doesn't fall. His fishing rod, all we did was we zip tied his two hands to a rod, which is really just actually a stick that we kind of just threw a string on and a fake fish. Now, we also do have his fishing rod supported up. We've got just a line running this all the way up to the tree, but that's not needed. We just figured for a little bit extra support because where I live, it's pretty windy. But overall, I really love the way the guy's like, whoa, pulling up the fish and the shark's about to come up and bite the fish. Well, that shark is looking super spooky, and I'm starting to love these pirates.
Pirate Finn, that reminds me of a joke.
Really?
Why don't pirates take a shower before they walk the plank?
I don't know, why?
They can do it when they wash up on shore.
Well, whatever, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe down below. For more awesome Halloween videos like this one, check out my spooky season playlist. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!